Dear students, in previous video I have already taught you lesson 4. We have completed lesson 4 and once again you read this lesson according to the syllabus. After that you open page 55 so that you will see the questions. You read the questions from your book and I will give you the answers. Okay? So all of you take out your books. Open page 55. We will do short answer questions first. Okay? Question number 1. Why is October 16, 1905 regarded as an important day in the history of Indian national movement? On this day, the partition of Bengal came into effect. The scheme of the partition of Bengal was implemented on October 16, 1905. Okay? Then you see question number 2. Who composed the Bande Mataram? State the reaction of the masses to the proclamation of the partition of Bengal. First question, who composed Bande Mataram? Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Okay. Then state the reaction of the masses to the proclamation of the partition of Bengal. The people of Bengal observed it as a day of mourning and kept a fast. Second point, Hindus and Muslims tied Rakhis on one another's wrist as the symbol of their unity. Okay. Then question number 3. Name any two prominent leaders of anti-partition agitation of Bengal. Name the song composed by Rabindranath Tagore during the anti-partition agitation. Answer. You have to write any two prominent leaders of anti-partition agitation. So, the two leaders were Krishna Kumar Mitra, Anand Mohan Bose. Then you have to write the name of the song composed by Rabindranath Tagore during that anti-partition agitation. That is Amar Sonar Bangla, My Golden Bengal. Then question number 4. Who were assertive nationalists? Why were they so called? A group of young leaders in the Congress who did not agree to the methods and ideology of early nationalists they were known as assertive nationalists. Why were they so called? They were called so because they advocated active resistance to British imperialism. They adopted the policy of non-cooperation and resistance to unjust acts of the British government. Okay, then you see question number 5. Name 3 prominent assertive nationalist leaders. What was the aim of the assertive nationalists as far as the national movement was concerned? So you have to write the 3 prominent assertive leaders' name. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. and you have to write the aim. What was their aim? Immediate attainment of Swaraj or complete independence from the British rule. Then you see question number 6. How did the assertive nationalists expand the social base of the national movement? First point, involving the middle class, students, youth and women with their movement through their writing, speech and sacrifice, and thereby influencing the spirit of active nationalism. Then point 2, they spoke, wrote and edited newspapers in vernacular languages and thus succeeded in conveying their message to a large number of people. Okay? Then question number 7. What were the two methods adopted by the assertive nationalists in the freedom struggle? The two methods they adopted the policy of non-cooperation and resistance to unjust acts of the British government. Okay. Question number 6. What were the two methods adopted by the assertive nationalists? Question number 6. How did the assertive nationalists expand the social base of national movement? Answer. Involving the middle class, students, youth and women with their movement through their writing, speech and sacrifices, and thereby influencing the spirit of active nationalism. They spoke, wrote and edited newspapers in vernacular languages and thus succeeded in conveying their message to a large number of people. Then again I am telling number 7. What were the two methods adopted by the assertive nationalists in the freedom struggle? They adopted the policy of non-cooperation and resistance to unjust acts of the British government. Now you see question number 8. I'll tell you. Mention any one reason for the rise of assertive nationalism. Why did the educated Indians turn against the British? So you have to write the reason for the rise of assertive nationalism. The failure of the early nationalists to achieve anything substantial through peaceful constitutional method. The educated Indians were employed by the British on low salaries and were not appointed to higher posts. So these are the two answers. I told you. First answer is the failure of the early nationalists to achieve anything substantial through peaceful constitutional method. And second answer, why did the educated Indians turn against the British? Because they were employed by the British on low salaries and were not appointed to higher posts. Okay. Then you turn your page, open page 56 so that you will see the question from your book. Question number 9. List any two international events that shattered the myth of European superiority. So you have to mention two international events. The defeat of Russia by Japan, and second one, the defeat of Italian forces by the Abyssinians in Ethiopia. Okay. Then question number 10. Mention any two measures that show that Lord Curzon's policies were repressive. Point 1. The Calcutta Corporation Act reduced the strength of the elected members from Indians to the municipal corporation to half. Then point 2. The Indian University Act imposed strict official control over the Indian universities. Okay, once again I am telling you the second point. The Indian Universities Act imposed strict official control over the Indian universities. Okay, now question number 11. Who is known as the father of assertive nationalism? To which state did he belong? Bal Gangadhar Tilak. He was known as the father of assertive nationalism. And to which state did he belong? He belongs to Maharashtra. Then question number 12. Name the two books written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The two books written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak are the Gita Rahasya and the Arctic Home of Vedas. Then question number 13. What efforts did Tilak make to instill the spirit of nationalism in Indians? Point 1. He started two newspapers, Maratha and Kesari. Then second point, through his writings popularized the cult of patriotism. Then third point, also I have given you, started the Ganapati festival and the Shivaji festival. These are the 3 points. Then you see question number 14. When and why did Tilak leave the Indian National Congress? During the Surat session of Congress in 1907. And what was the reason? Because there was difference between the early nationalists and assertive nationalists on the issues of self-government, boycott and national education. Then question number 15. Why did Tilak revive Ganapati and Shivaji festival? He revived Ganapati and Shivaji festival to propagate nationalist ideas and revive the spirit of patriotism among the masses. Then question number 16. Mention two achievements of the assertive nationalists. Expanded the social base of the national movement by including the middle class, students, youth and women. Then second point, they exposed the hollowness of the belief in the sense of justice and fair play of the British rulers. Okay, these are the answers. You can read and write in your notebooks. You read the lesson and also the question answers. Okay, if there is any doubt, then you just mark there and later on I can explain you.